The canvas has changed dramatically from the time when you started Naukri and from where we are today. When you look at people talk about the opportunities for a company like Zomato, for a company like Swiggy or Policy Bazaar, etc., from your vantage point as an insider, but also as an observer of what's happening on the outside, what is the headroom for growth from here?
So to some extent, it's dictated by the market, the Indian economy, the Indian population, the momentum here. But it is more governed by the imagination and the ability and the ambition of the management team there. So when I met Deepinder for the first time, he was doing 1 lakh a month revenue. And he was 28 years old. I was using the site, Hitesh was using the site, my son was using the site. We loved the site. The site was called Foodie Bay.
Foodie Bay, yeah. They were on Young Turks when they were Foodie Bay.
Yes. It was the only restaurant listing site. There were others. Only one with all the menu cards. So if somebody had taken the trouble to foot slog it and go to 800 restaurants and pick up the menu cards and then scan them. Right? Now, an engineer who is used to sitting on his desk and hammering out code and building product is not naturally inclined to do that. Just with somebody who says, what does the customer want? What will the customer want? Although the customer told it to me yet, right? And gone out and done it. And that has made the difference for Foodie Bay. So first of all, I went to Network Solutions, the domain registrar website. I did a whois search. Who owns the domain name Foodie Bay? And I found admin contact Deepinder Goyal. I didn't know Deepinder. I then did a Google search, Deepinder Goyal, and I found some email ID somewhere. I took a chance, I sent an email. In my vanity, I thought that, in my stupid vanity, I thought that he would know of me, so he would know who I am. Deepinder saw Naukri.com and he said, oh, this is a salesman trying to sell me a Naukri.com service. He did not reply. After 2 days, somebody told him, hey, boss, this is the founder. Then he called me and said, this is Deepinder here. I said, I want to meet you. Are you looking to raise money? He said, yes. I said, have you got any offers? He says, we are having conversations and we have a soft offer. I said, I'll come to your office. He said, no, I'll come to your office. He didn't want to tell me he didn't have an office. Right? There were just 3-4 guys working from their various homes. And we talked. There was there was clarity of thought. There was clarity of thought. He was focused. I said, "Ye idea kahan se aaya?" He said, I was working in Bain Consulting in Gurgaon. And there were 40, 50 of us, maybe 60 of us in the office, mostly young, mostly single, many living away from their hometowns, mostly male. Which basically meant there's no wife or mummy to give lunch to take to office. Now that's a slightly sexist, misogynistic to say, but that's the reality. Okay, so apologies. Okay. So I said, reminds me of our college. In Stephens, the cafe used to close for lunch. Okay, so he said, no, but you could bring your own food and eat it. To make life easy for everybody there, the admin team, 2-3 people, had collated all the menu cards of roughly 80 restaurants that would deliver to that location and kept them in a file. This one weekend I came in and I scanned all the menu cards and I put them on my personal page on the office intranet. So within 3 days, the IT infra guy called me up and said, man, what have you done? Why is 95% of internal traffic going to your page? And the penny dropped. I realized that there is huge value in aggregation of menu cards. So he began to go on weekends on his motorcycle to various restaurants in Delhi NCR. When he'd done 800 of them, he put it together and put it on the net and called it Foodie Bay. This is in 2008. By 2010, he was getting reasonable traffic. He had done 2-3 cities, I think Bombay and Bangalore also. And they had, there were three founders actually, Deepinder, Pankaj and Gunjan. They had done 3 cities. They had one client, Citibank, credit cards. So, 1 lakh a month, one client. But the purpose of the story is to tell you that, listen, he had based that winning product feature on a customer insight. On a customer insight. That I think is magic. That you are doing something which the customer wants to buy without you trying to sell.
Without you trying to sell.